Hello, everyone. It's Mark Moblizier, the author of Strong Women, Fed Up Men, Defeated Sons, Broken Daughters, Healing Generational Pain. You're probably wondering what's going on, right? I have two pretty much full glasses, and I have one that is, you know, have almost a quarter uh, filled, and I have an empty container and a bowl and some extra water. All right, here is the experiment. Welcome to the Emptiness Experiment. All right, so here's what we're doing. In one of my videos, I talk about, the empty giver and the empty receiver. All right, so we're going to talk about it a little bit just to kind of recap. So you have people who are empty givers, right? Empty givers will pretty much neglect themselves. Yeah, do not take care of themselves, do not help themselves, but they do pretty much everything for other people, right? Empty givers. Then you have empty receivers, right? Then you have people who don't give at all, but they are there to receive. They're the receivers, right? And the more you give, the more they take, and they just don't have anything to give at all. So now, let's say, if we're talking about, a relationship dynamic, right? So you have two people who are essentially full, right? So when they doing the sharing process, it's a give and take, right? So if you're full, right, I don't really have to give much to you because you're not empty, right? And so when I give you, I'm not depleted, right? I still have enough. And then because it's a give and take relationship, so you give something to me, right? So let's say I had a bad day, right? I had a really hard day at work. I need a little extra loving, a little, just a little pick me up, right? Encouragement. So you give me a little bit, right? Boom. Okay, that's enough. Thank you very much. I'm good. I don't need to deplete you from everything you have. And now let's say you come home, right? You need a little, TLC, right? You need some extra loving. All right, baby, I got you. There you go. Boom. Then you're back in full again, right? So we do this exchange where we're not depleting each other, right? Because we're both emotionally healthy. We're both full. So we're not pretty much taking everything away from each other. Now, so let's say, we have this dynamic, right? So where we have one person who is, pretty much very, very low, right? Whether it's depression or anxiety or just this lack of self-care, whatever it may be, right? So you have this person, right? So you give, let's say you come home from work, had a hard day, right? Baby, I'm so, upset. I had a hard day. I'm so sad, whatever, right? So, okay, I got you, baby. There you go. Boom. All right, I'm still sad. Still, a little down, a little depressed. All right, cool. I still got you. There you go, baby. I got you. All right. Well, thank you. That helps a little bit, but I'm still down, right? So the full person, right? You giving. You are giving. You're a giver. You're not getting anything in return, right? So because you have this person who is not in a space to give, right? So this person is taken. So now when you give this person, because they're not replenishing themselves, so they're pretty much using what you give, right? So the more you give, the little bit goes to depression, right? You give a little more, lack of self-care. You give a little more, anxiety, right? You give a little more, negative self-talk. Yep. You give a little more, then what happens, right? So they just keep pretty much throwing away everything you give because they're not giving back to themselves, and because you pretty much giving, right? So at some point you might be able, let's say this person who at first, you'll give back to yourself, you'll, replenish yourself, you'll fill up your cup, a few times, but at some point you're gonna get empty, right? Because this person who is not giving will keep taking from you. Yes? So, which is why it's important for everyone to take care of yourself. You have to fill your own cups. So now we have the third dynamic, where we have, some people who are pretty much lack the receptor to receive, right? So they have it, but because it's broken, maybe they've never been taught how to take care of themselves. Maybe they've never been taught how to, love themselves healthy enough, right? So now you this person, right? So let's say, this person, you feel like, what? I got you. I can take care of you. I can get you out of this funk you are in. I got this, right? So now here's what happens. Boom, I'm pouring. Guess what? Receptor's broken, right? This person is not used to taking care of themselves. This person is very, very depressed. This person is very low on everything. You know what, baby? I'm still down. I need a little bit more. Boom. Okay, I'm making a mess, right? You got to keep giving more. So now, when you in this state, right, where you pretty much just not able to hold on to give, well, first of all, you're not able to give back to yourself, and you're not able to hold on to anything somebody else is giving you. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. It may not have been your fault that you ended up with a broken receptor, but it is your responsibility to take it upon yourself to get the help that you need before you end up with somebody or with friends and family. You know how some people are just draining, right? They're always complaining about stuff. There's always something wrong. There's always, somebody hurting them. There's always somebody doing something wrong. It's never them, right? It's always other people, right? So you have, first of all, if you're this person, you have to be mindful of how much you have to give, right? You have to be mindful before you deplete yourself of, right, everything you have, right? Even your own self-love, because the more you give, right? So if I keep giving and you get to a space where you feel like, what? I have no more energy to refill my own cup, then you're going to be depleted, right? You're going to be empty. And before you know it, you're both empty. You're both down. You're both depressed. You're both lonely. You're both, in a funk. So you have to be mindful when you are a giver who is not giving back to yourself, right? And again, so if you're this person, you have to make it your responsibility to take care of you, right? You have to seek help. And again, there's nothing wrong with seeking help, right? It's for you. So if you learn how to take care of yourself, if you learn how to, refill your own cup, replenish your own self, right? You won't have to deplete other people. You won't have to be draining to other people. All right. So again, the concept of empty givers, empty receivers. I hope this was clear, and I hope it helps someone. Okay. Again, if you're not taking care of yourself, it is your responsibility to do so. It is not somebody else's. No one can take care of you the way you were meant to take care of you. And the less you take care of you, the harder it is for somebody else to care for you, right? Because they have to start taking care of you, and it is not their responsibility, right? It is your job to take care of you. Because if I have to care for you and then I have to take care of you because you're not taking care of yourself, it's a lot, right? Because that means I have to, neglect myself at some point, right? Neglect taking care of me to start taking care of you because you're not taking care of yourself. Okay, so that was it, guys. Check out the book, Strong Women, Fed Up Men, Defeated Sons, Broken Daughters. There's this concept in the book as well. I hope it helps you. I hope you find it interesting at least. Check out the website, healingvibes.org, and I'll see you soon. All right.